Today I wanted to focus a little more on the reasons why people do not make money, why we do not make money in business or even as we do our things. And that's what I want to focus on today, and I hope it will be of value to you. Thank you for the likes. If you can gift as well, that would be nice. But just before we get started on why people are not making money, I have been seeing some of these videos people are doing, and one of the things that they tell people is you should be aware that TikTok pays money, and then they don't even tell you how they are making the money themselves. Hi PGV, nice to have you here. Jane, thank you for the roses. So one of the things that happen, or one of the reasons why most people don't make money, is how we were brought up. Now, for so many people, we were brought up in a family or a home where money was not a lot. We just had enough. For so many people, we just had enough. That's what mostly happened. Forgive me, let me read this. Idea dada kazi hapa. Get in touch with me here. I'll show you a business to start. This is my phone number here. The B is a 6, but that's my phone number. So I'll actually show you a business to start. I don't even employ people. I've been running a business for about 8 years now, and I don't have employees, but I still run a business. But I'll show you how to start your own business. So the way we were brought up is affecting so many people even till today. The problem is we don't recognize it. We don't see it. So you continue doing the same things that you saw your parents doing. So one of the things that we were brought up being told is that money is hard to find, right? So if you don't have cash, how do I help you? I do not give handouts, okay? I don't give handouts. I help people start businesses. So if you need to look for the money and come and start a business. So one of the things that we were brought up hearing was that money was hard to find. So even when you wanted something, you would be told it's not possible to get it because money is hard to find. And we grew up knowing that money was hard to find. So even today, whenever you find an easy way of making money, we usually doubt it. Why? We doubt it because we were told by the experts that we saw around us, which are our parents, that money was hard to find or money was hard to make. Or do you think it is easy to make this money? That's one of the statements that we'd hear when we were growing up. Now, while that in itself was their way of telling you that you don't get everything that you ask for, it built in us a belief that you have to put in a disproportionate amount of effort or money before you can be able to ever get return, right? Kolo, just DM me, okay? This is my WhatsApp number, DM me. We'll be able to talk. So one of the things that thing that we were taught, that money is hard to come by, taught us that if there is an easy way of making money, we shouldn't follow it. So one of the ways of making money, seriously, is by doing something like this. So many people on this app go live. They have over 1,000 followers, and they go live, and many of them are not even truly adding value to your life. They're just entertaining you, or they're just there. And sometimes you'll find people are just live and they're on their phones and they're doing nothing else, but they're still making money. And it feels bad for people when they see others making money in such an easy way. But you'll see some of these people who go live here on this platform, they'll stay 10, 15, 20 hours just live, probably having discussions or dealing with different topics and things like that. And people make money, and you feel it is wrong. How can someone have made 400,000 in 5 minutes? and you feel that wrong because there's a knot in your head. There's a knot in your head that doesn't make sense because you are told what? You are told you need to get a job, you need to work for 30 days so that you can get paid. And people are getting paid, I think, today. Yeah, today is payday for most people because today is end of month. So you are told you need to wake up, go to the office, work for 30 days, and then you get paid. So when people are getting paid every single day, it doesn't make sense in your mind. So when people are doing jobs and getting paid every hour, it doesn't make sense in your mind. So that's one of the things that you need to actually teach yourself again. You need to unlearn the theories that you have about money. And the way to do it is assume that every single thing that you have learned up until now is wrong. It may be right, but assume it is wrong. So you need to look for evidence and you need to question every single thing that you know. And that questioning allows you to actually have an understanding as to why. When you do that, you get to a position where you can be able to actually state, this is the reason why I believe ABCD. Because you take the time to question all your beliefs. And when you question your beliefs, you actually give yourself the opportunity to grow. Because if you're asked, why is it that you hold this belief, you can actually point to a time in your adulthood when you actually sat down and made that decision in that particular direction. The second thing that stops many people from making money, I would say the first is your background. The second is limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves. So in my line of work, I speak to so many people who want to make money because that's basically what I talk about. I talk about how to make money, and I teach people how to make money in crypto. I teach people how to get money in different sorts of businesses, in content creation, and all other sorts of places. But one of the things that stops so many people from making money in those areas is because they don't believe that they have the qualities or the abilities to be able to make it in a particular space, right? So what will happen is, because I also run a network marketing company, because of that, whenever I bring someone in and I show them the business, one of the first questions they have is, will I be able to do this business? Or where will I be able to find customers? So whenever I hear that, I know in their mind, sorry, table is creaking. I know in their mind one of the things that they have is a limiting self-belief. And this limiting self-belief, the problem with it is that it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is what that means. If you get into a particular business, or if you want to get into a particular business and you're thinking, will I really be able to do this business? The truth of the matter is, you won't be able to do it. Why? Because you've already told your mind that this is going to be difficult to do. And so that starts fulfilling itself. So the thing that you say out loud, say in your conscious mind, your unconscious mind makes it happen. So for instance, when I started, I was not sure whether that business was for me, whether I should start that particular business. So what I did is, for the first 2 months, I didn't even tell anyone that I was doing that business. Why? Because I didn't even think I was worthy of doing that particular business. So in the 3rd month, I spoke to someone and I asked them, can you please help me add some more people into my team and things like that? Because you need to recruit. And when they brought in those people, I thought to myself, well, if that person is able to do it, why am I not able to do it? And that is the thing that drives me until today. And it was something that I consciously had to remind myself when I was starting the new business, that if other people are getting success from business, why am I not able to do it? And the question I ask myself every single time is, what is so special about that person that makes them successful that I don't have? And when you ask yourself that question, when you answer that question honestly, you realize that people are believing they can. So if I told you right now, and I gave you the statement, and I told you it is possible for you to be earning 1 million Kenya shillings every single month, there are two different reactions that you may have. One is, 1 million? Me? It's not possible. Or, how do I do it? What can I do to make it? So there are two different reactions to the very same statement. So you need to ask yourself, why are you on camp 1 and not in camp 2? Why is it that when you hear an amount like 1 million bob, you think it is not possible to do? Or you hear it is 1 million, the question you have is, how can I be able to make it happen? Because if you decide in your mind, it is very simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. If you decide in your mind that you are worthy of a particular level of success, you will achieve it. The success in life does not come from outside. It does not come from activity. The activity is just a manifestation of the decision. So for me, what I decided was, I need to make 100,000 in this business. And I'm targeting to do that before June, so that I make at least 100K a month myself. So that, first of all, I get out that belief that money is not possible in the business I am doing. Okay? Once I have hit that 100K, believe me, I'm not stopping there. The next thing I'll tell myself is, I want in the next 2 months to start making 200,000. And the goodness is, the more success you get, the more success you can get. Because your mind in itself is already telling itself, oh, I can hit that. What else can I do? And then you try again. Oh, I've hit that. What else can I do? In a little while, I'll be making 500,000. I'll be making 700,000. I'll be making 1 million. Because I know people who are making 3 million, 5 million, 6 million, 11 million every month. Why? Because they have taken themselves from that limiting self-belief on the amount that is possible, on the success that is possible. If you open the floodgates, this is the interesting thing about the minds that we have. If you just allow yourself to be crazy up here, if you just allow yourself to be crazy up here, in terms of the targets that you set, in terms of the goals that you set for yourself, you will shock yourself. There's something that I learned from a gentleman called Grant Cardone, and he says this: whenever you are sitting down to do targets for yourself, say for instance, it's the start of the year, of course we're just about to finish quarter 1, but it's the start of the year and you're setting how much money you want to make in the year. So you sit down and you say, I want to make 5 million by the end of the year. Revenue, profit, whatever it is, you want 5 million to see this is 5 million. Instead of setting the target for 5 million, set a target for 10 times that. Instead of saying, I want to achieve 5 million shillings, set a target for yourself that I want to achieve 50 million shillings. You see, the thing that happens is, first, there is something up here. And I love cartoons because cartoons are extremely descriptive. You would see a cartoon and the head would explode because you have been conditioned to think small. Even in our culture, we were taught to think small. And it's a colonial mindset. Why? Because the people who start thinking big cannot be controlled. The people who are thinking small will not bother anyone. Why? Because I'm just making enough. My kids are going to school if you have children. I'm paying my rent. I have enough food. If I want to go out, I need to budget about it and think about it. So that's the way we've been taught. We've been taught just, you need a small business. And I probably need to stop talking about small businesses. You need to think big. Okay? And in terms of thinking big, you need to think even beyond your level of faith. So instead of thinking, I want to achieve 5 million, how can I achieve 50 million? And every night, your mind is trying to figure out this target that you have set. Because the truth of the matter is, the way we run our businesses, we run it like, this year I made 1 million, next year I can make 1.2. Or next year I can make 1.4. We never think of, this year I made 200,000, next year I need to make 20 million. We never think like that because it is not rational. But the moment you stop thinking rational in terms of goal setting, that's the time that you actually start getting ideas on how to leapfrog your business to get to the levels that your mind is thinking about. So now, instead of targeting your 5 million and you're targeting 50, what starts to happen? In your brain, you start getting ideas on, who do I need to talk to that if I talk to them, I can get a referral and then get another connection and then probably get another one, and 4, 5, 6, 7 people, you can achieve it. But the interesting thing is this, that if you stop targeting 5 million, just say you made 2 million last year, and now you had set 5 million. But because of this, we say, no more thinking of the 5 million, let me think of 50 million. So instead of thinking of the 5 million, you're thinking of 50 million. If you put your head to the ground and you work hard at it and you get all these ideas and you execute them and you're making moves here and there, left, right, and center, by the time you raise your head again like this on December 31st, you may not hit the 50 million, but you'll probably be at 30 or 40. But yet, initially, you had thought that the potential that you have is 5 million. When in actual sense, you had the potential of 30, 35, 40 million. And even though you may not hit your 10x target, you will be so far ahead of the first target that you had logically placed for yourself that you now start thinking even higher. What would it take to be able to make a revenue of 1 billion shillings? What would that take? Because there are people who are managing companies that are earning over 1 billion shillings every year. They are normal people like us. They don't have different blood that flows through them, but it comes from, how can I be able to become a person that is able to get that kind of a revenue, that is able to get that kind of a business? And for so many people, just unlocking that and stop thinking about, how am I going to be able to make 200 shillings? 200 shillings is a thing that is in your mind the whole time. That's all you're thinking about. How am I going to make 200 shillings today? No. You should be thinking about, how do I make 2,000 shillings today? Who do I need to talk to? Because the truth of the matter is, there is someone who that 2,000 is what they're going to spend on lunch. And why not spend it in your business? But because we have limited ourselves, we have said, this is the maximum place that I can go, then you do not get those opportunities. And many of us, in fact, most of us, are like that elephant that was born with a string around its trunk and a table to hold it so that it grazes in one place. And every morning, someone comes, puts that rope around the trunk, and then puts it around the chair until that elephant is fully grown. But because that elephant has grown from, when it was small, it was not able to move that chair. Even when it grows and becomes an adult, it still thinks in its mind that that chair is more powerful than its strength. If you can be able to just think higher than where you have been thinking before, you live a better quality of life than you thought was possible. If you let go of all the limiting beliefs from your background, people in your village are saying, oh, in this village, people don't go to to the US or to UK or to Australia. In this village, we don't have people who do ABCD. If you let go of those beliefs, my friend, it will be a very, very different case in your life. But we allow the beliefs of other people to move us. We allow the beliefs of other people to tell us what is and what is not possible. I remember when I got into Form 1 in high school, one of the people I was talking to on the very first week, they told me, when you get to Form 3, this is my first week in Form 1. Someone tells me, when you get to Form 3, there is a topic called mole concept. Mole concept is difficult. Someone has just met me. It's a very fast move. I'm excited about getting into high school. And then they come and tell me 2 years from now, you'll find a very difficult subject. It's called mole concept. I know you're in Form 1, but 2 years from now, you will get into a class trying to understand a concept called mole concept, and it will be very difficult. Week 1. And then 2 years later, I go into the class, I meet mole concept, and it is a concept like all others. But I never forgot that person. And I realized that people can be able to project their realities on you. And you decide whether their reality is going to be yours. Because in my mind, I just told myself, you know what? If you did not understand, that doesn't mean I won't understand it. And that's exactly what happened. And that's the same thing when it comes to business. You will want to get into a business and then someone tells you, hiyo biashara. People never make money in that business. And so you need to remind yourself, the reality of someone else is not your reality. You may want to get into a business where you're selling land and then someone tells you, buying land in Utawala, you'll be conned. You'll never make money out of it. And you think to yourself, oh my goodness, my future has already been taken away because this exists. The truth of the matter is, someone else's reality doesn't have to be your reality. And if you can wake up every single day and realize this, that the reality that you have is completely different from anyone else, including myself. Because of course, there are some beliefs I may have when I look at you. But you cannot succeed if you have the limiting beliefs yourself. And you do not even need anyone else to believe in you if you can believe in yourself. There is something inside of you, that strength that you have inside of you, that is able to move even boulders, move rocks, move targets, because you believe in yourself. But if you don't believe in yourself, it doesn't matter how much I believe in you. If you don't open your eyes and believe in yourself, no one can help you. If you want to start a business, you may not even have the money. It's possible. You want to start a business, but you don't have the money. So, are you going to start the business, or are you not? Are you going to focus on the fact that you don't have money? Because there are ways of starting a business without using your own money. They exist. But because we have decided what we are going to focus on, then you're not going to go anywhere. There's a story that is in the Bible that I like very much, that talks about how Peter walked on water. Now, most people focus on the fact that Peter sank when he walked on water. But the truth of the matter is, there is no one else apart from Jesus himself. No one else is recorded in the Bible as having walked on water. We don't even remember the fact that Peter walked on water. Why did he walk on water? The Bible says that as long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he could walk on water. When he started looking at the water, he started sinking. And that's the same thing with each one of us. And I'm not even trying to preach, even though I can preach. But that's the same thing with each one of us. If you are able to keep your eyes on what target you have, what you want to achieve, the things that you want to get into your life. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. Because you can start a business today and everyone tells you you're not going to succeed. But you close your ears like this. You close your ears. So no matter what other people are saying, you're moving on. You're moving on. There was a rich man who wanted to get the bravest man in the village to marry his daughter. He was extremely rich. The girl is extremely beautiful. And he said he's going to give a test to all the young men. Because young men walikuwa namsumbua. Oh, we want to marry your daughter. We want to do this. So he told them, I'm giving you a test. And so he took them, all of them, and he gave them one instruction. You're going to swim from this side of the river to the other side of the river, and this river has crocodiles. But the one person who makes it across, that's the one person I'm going to give my daughter. So people got in, they get in, they start swimming, they see crocodiles. Hapo katikati. And everyone is on the other side, they are cheering. And someone came in and he swam, got in. He didn't even know that there were crocodiles in the river. So he was swimming very quickly. People on the other side, they are cheering. So when they got to the other side, this man is now told, oh, here is your wife. Oh, here is the wealth you're going to get because of this. And the young man said, I had no idea I was getting all these gifts. Why? Because I saw people going to the river and I followed them and I saw them swimming. And when I saw people on the other side, I thought they were cheering who would be the first to get across. So that's why I saw him across. The guy was deaf. And for you, today, you have to be deaf to everyone else. Because that is going to be the barrier between you and your targets. You and the life that you want. So many people, they want the wealth, they want the prestige, they want all the money that comes from all this glorious entrepreneurship. But they don't want to put in the work that gets them there. They see a business and they're like, so how do I talk to people? What do you mean, how do you talk to people? I don't even know how to answer such questions. Where do I get customers? How can I even be able to help you with that? But the simple thing I do is I show you this is what is possible. It is possible for you to make money. It is possible for you to get clients. It is very possible. When you get that in your mind, if you remove everything else, all those cobwebs in your mind, all those things your parents used to tell you, your uncles, your cousins, all those people you were with in high school or in university, all those people who are telling you how you're such a dandahead, if you remove all those cobwebs from your mind and you realize this fast, inside you there is an extremely brilliant person, untapped, unused, whose potential has never even been tested, but there's a very brilliant person inside of you. And secondly, there is a potential for someone inside you who will have the most impact in your village. And that's you. The person they will depend on in your village, that is you. The person they will call as guest of honor, that is you. Not anyone else, you. So when you realize those two things, you can sit down today and map out how successful you want to be. You can do it. But you don't want to do it. Why? Because you're afraid. You're afraid of what will people say about me when they hear this is a business that I do. There are people who are in the charcoal business today and they have already made $1 million bob today. Why? Because they know that's where they make their money from. And even though they may be in the dirtiest clothes, even though They may be in the dirtiest overalls. They know that even a soiled note, as a note that is dirty, still has value. And they may be holding 1,000 shillings that has charcoal on it, but it is still 1,000 shillings. And that is what we don't understand. That's what we don't understand. Because we were brought up in a society where we were told, you need to be a doctor, you need to be an engineer, you need to be a lawyer, you need to be a pilot. They are good careers, believe me, but it is not for everyone. And when you realize it is not for you, you start looking for what is yours. You start looking for, where do I go to be able to get the money that I need? And for some people here, because you have children, you need to understand your children do not care what you do during the day. Of course, I never advocate for anyone to do anything illegal. But the point is, your children won't care what your career is. All they care about, are you providing for my needs right now? And even if you find the only thing I can be able to do for myself is to be a cleaner, then you go ahead and do it with all your might. You put in all your effort there. You make sure it is the cleanest floor anyone has ever seen. Why? Because the reason you're putting in so much effort is because you're showing that you're actually doing this because this is your destiny. And if you feel your destiny is in something else, by all means, start doing it now. I talk to people who are employed and they tell me, oh, I don't have time. I don't have the resources. I'm like, what do you mean? You get on the road at 6 a.m. For so many of the employed people, you're in a matatu, going to work, 2 hours. What are you doing? Listening to Maina and Kingangi? Them, they are fulfilling their purpose in life. Your purpose is to listen to them? Or you're scrolling just on TikTok, looking at dances, looking at what? You're not doing anything to add value to other people, to have more impact on other people. Probably just even open the Canva app. Look for one of those quotes that they have there. Motivational quote. Put it on your WhatsApp status. At least help someone have a better day because of a status you put. And if you even want to build a business, you close the office at 5 p.m. What are you doing between 5 p.m. and 11 p.m.? What are you really doing? Truth of the matter is, I built my YouTube channel in my free time while I was still employed. I would come home, get to the house at 8 p.m. with the family, 1 hour. Because anyway, really, they don't really want you there, or they don't really miss you that much. Have dinner, people have gone to sleep. When they go to sleep, I put my camera on. I tell people, hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Mumo. This is what we are talking about. I had 18 subscribers, 200 subscribers, 300 subscribers while building, and I'm still working in an office. And then, after I finished editing the video, in fact, there's one video I vividly remember where I mentioned the time of night it was. It was around 10:25 p.m. And I did that video and I edited it. And that time I used to have a very old computer. And I'd leave it exporting because I needed to take about an hour, 2 hours. It was very old. It was what I was using while in campus. And I'd leave it. I know it will take 2 hours to render. And I go and sleep. And I wake up at 6, 5 in the morning. I pick up my video file, I put it on the phone, and then I go to work. And because at work we were being given 45 minutes of Wi-Fi, I think these days people are more privileged. That time it was just 45 minutes of Wi-Fi and you would get kicked out. So what I would do is, the video I had, I'd upload it to my YouTube channel. I don't have subscribers, but I still upload it. Because I know one day, it will pay off. And it has. Over and over again, so many times I can't even count. I can't even think of being employed again. Because I'm doing business. And these days I run even more than one business. And I keep on adding more work to myself because I realize I have so much time. And it has taught me to be extremely efficient in my work. Because I run a photography business. I have my own content creation, both here and on YouTube. I run a business in network marketing. And I also run another business in a business networking group. I have 3 different roles. And I still find time for my family. I still find time for my friends. I still am able to go watch a movie whenever I feel like watching a movie. I still take care of myself. Why is that possible? Because I realized I have 24 hours, okay? I need about 7 hours of sleep. That's it. The rest of the time, I'm working. My friend, I'm working. I'm here making money. I'm going there making money, going this other place making money. So that there is never a moment when I cannot say, okay, where is money coming from today? Because I realized one income stream is never going to be enough. Because I learned that while I was employed. And I know YouTube can also be a one income. But it has the same characteristics of an employment job. Because money comes in on 21st, 22nd. So you'll need to wait a whole month before money comes in. So what am I doing between 21st and 21st? So I have my photography business. So I'll get a client, I'll get paid 5,000, I'll get paid 10,000. Another customer will pay me 100,000. Those come in haphazardly. So that is money coming in. Yes. Okay. What is next? So I also talk to people about Bitcoin and advise them on what to do. I charge $100 for that consultation. I don't know when those clients are going to come in, but it is still money coming in. And so I still looked at my calendar. I'm like, I still have time. And I then started the network marketing business. And that has kept me extremely busy. That I can't add anything right now because I need to grow it. Because the thing I learned in this last business is that as you start, you spend a lot of time and it doesn't make you as much money. But the more you spend time on it as you start, after a while, it starts going on autopilot. And that's what I'm growing towards. So that business, and it's the newest business, but in less than a year, it will be making me 100K every month. Consistently. And then that amount grows from there. Because the thing that will happen is this. This is a secret that I learned in network marketing. Is that the more you show people what you're doing, the more you grow. So what I have done even with my team, I tell them, this is what I want you to do. You see what I'm doing right now? Just talking to people. This is what I want you to do. I want you to talk about the business that you do and talk about it as many times as possible. Because the more people that you talk to, the more customers you get, the more business people you build, the more you keep on doing it over and over again. That's just it. And then you'll be able to sit down, because this is the reason why I work so hard at this. Because I remember 10 years ago, 10 years ago was which year? 2016. I put up a post on Facebook, the time when Facebook was popular. I put up a post on Facebook about the kind of house I want to have in 10 years' time, which is in 2026. Imagine it is 2 years from now. And I put up that house, and that house is immaculate. It is this house that is on a hill, that is a mansion. Swimming pools, nini, so many ensuite rooms. That is the thing that drives me every day. I have a house that I stay in right now, but it is not that one. And I have to build towards it. So I cannot sit down and wait. Oh, when will customers come my way? Oh, when will people come and ask me what I do? No. I have to go to where the people are. I have to talk to people. I have to build, because I know the huge target that I have placed for myself. That house will not build itself. In fact, by the way, this is what has started happening. Now, this year, I started thinking about the next car I want to drive. And believe you me, my YouTube algorithm just changed. So anytime there's a new 2024 vehicle, 2025 vehicle, it keeps being recommended to me, and I'm like, God, is that you speaking to me? And then I need to go back again and work hard again, because I start seeing I need to place a bigger target than the one I currently have. Because if I'm going to buy a vehicle for $100,000, then that means that I need to have like $300,000 or $400,000 already before I can buy that car. Because I can't make $100,000 and then go buy a car, $100,000. It doesn't make sense. So I need to have 3-4 times that, so that I can say, okay, I took 20% of my money and went and bought the car that I wanted. Okay? So I need to build up my capacity to a point where it makes sense. Like, I'm not making a bad purchase when I make a purchase of what I want. And so you need to build that in yourself. What is the thing that you're targeting towards? You're not targeting small things. Stop targeting small things. The more you target small things, the smaller you remain. And then people are coming in and they're doing huge things and they're getting to their targets, and you get jealous. Why are you getting jealous? You're getting jealous because people are doing the things you know you can do, but you're not doing. But the thing that should be in your mind, because I want to close, the thing that should be in your mind is, what do you want to achieve and how bad do you want it? Because if you have a small target, I can't help you. Because you'll be dragging me behind. Because you just want something small, that one you can do in your sleep. But if you have a target that is stressing your mind, that is actually showing, that is giving you sleepless nights, if you have a huge target in your mind, something that if you don't have people around you pushing you, you'll never be able to achieve it, then those are the people I'm looking for. 5, 10 of them. You want to make $1 million a month. We are not going to make it now, but we're going to build the structures to make it. And the thing will be, we are just pushing each other. What have you done? What have I done? Hey, umenipita, wacha niingie nifanye tena. And I want competitive people around me, so that when we are starting to talk about how many millions we've made, you're not feeling jealous about the fact that I made $1 million. You're telling me, you just made 1 million. Me, I made 2 million. Those are the kind of people I want to hang around, so that we can be able together move. How much money have you made this month? So next month, you're not making anything less than this. We need you to make 2 times that. That's it. And then we keep on pushing each other. What have you done? How many dollars have you made today? How many sales have you made today? How many customers have you talked to today? We need to make this happen. And then we compete. How much money are we going to make amongst each other, pushing each other? Okay, we can even place a pot and say, okay, the guy who does the most of the 5 of us, we have 50,000 that is here, that will be yours. So let's go. Let's work. This guy is number 1. Tomorrow, this guy is number 1. Until the end of the month, we've closed the month. Okay. Who is at the top? Let's see your balance. Let's see your balance. Let's see your balance. Let's see your balance. Who's getting this money? We give you the money. And we start again. And by the time we are raising our heads like this after a year, each of us will be millionaires. Each of us will be millionaires. Why? Because the moment you connect yourself with people who you want to achieve the same goal, the moment you want to achieve a goal and you push each other towards that goal, you will all achieve it. So if this has been interesting to you, there's a business that I do. And I want to close with this. There's a business that I do. And it's a business that I have seen, not 1, not 2, but so many more people make millions every month. And if you're interested, get in touch with me so that I give you details. I started the business with just 10,000 shillings. Last month, I got a bonus of 56K. And this month, I don't want to make 56K. I want to make 80, 100K. That's a target that I have. And I have about 2 weeks to go, so that by the 8th of April, I'll be having 100K in my pocket. That's a target that I have. And so I'm looking for people who are hungry to make money. You're not lazy, but you're willing to put in the work, and you're willing to allow yourself to compete with other people. Because I don't want people to come in and then they're like, oh, I don't even know what to do. No, I'll show you what to do. But I also want to see you doing it, and you doing it even bigger than I thought, so that we can compete. I want a few people, 5 of them, only 5. And next month I'll look for another 5. But I want 5 people we can compete. How much did you make? How much did you make? Because next month, of course, we'll all be starting from 0. How much did you make? So you can pay your rent without any issues. So that when your child says, oh, mom, today I want to go and eat pizza, you're like, it's okay, my baby. We'll eat pizza today, or we'll eat pizza tomorrow. You're not stressed about money anymore. So in the next 3 months, you'll not be thinking about where do I get my rent from. You'll already have your rent. Day 1, you have your rent. Those are the kind of people I'm looking for. So if you're among them, there are 23 people here. If you're among them, this is how you can get in touch with me. One way, the number on your screen, 0112-766-596. Send me a WhatsApp message. Please don't call. I don't like picking calls on that number. Just WhatsApp me. Tell me I'm hungry for business. Then, when you're coming to meet me, please come with 10,000 bob. You're not paying me, you're starting your business. And I'll show you how I have been able to build my own business to get to where it is. So on day 1, I give you all my tips and tricks. Day 1, once you've registered like this, I show you. All my secrets, I show you. Why am I showing you? Because it doesn't stop me from winning. If you have 20,000, if you have 30,000, if you have 100,000, it depends with what you have. Whatever amount you have, as long as it's 10,000 and above, you can come, we sit down, you register, I show you how to do the business. I don't give details to people who are not ready to start the business, because I want people around me who I'm competing with. Because right now, I don't have anyone I'm competing with. All the people that I was competing with are all behind me, and I don't want that anymore. So I want a fresh group of people who I am able to actually, let's compete every month. And I'll even put up prizes. If you're ahead of me at the end of the month, there's this amount of money that I will give you. That's what I want to do. I will show you the business. You need to start the business. So this business, I tell people 10,000. But there are people who come and start the business with $1 million bob. Okay? You can come in and start the business with $1 million bob straight, and you start and you sell your things. Okay? That depends on you. How much money do you have? How much are you willing to put in? But I tell people, come in if you want. Come with 10,000, come with 15,000, come with 100,000. Come in and start. Because from there, it's just looking for customers, selling. Looking for customers, selling. And then there are other things that I will show you once you are part of my group. Okay? So the number to get in touch with me is this one here. 0112-766-596. I'll repeat it again. 0112-766-596. It is extremely simple. Get in touch with me on WhatsApp or DM me with your contact. Okay? You can DM me with your contact. If you DM me with your contact, I'll just speak it and I'll WhatsApp you myself. Okay? Then you can also go to my bio and click on it. It will still send you to the very same place. But the thing I want you to do is this. If you are looking to join this business and you're extremely hungry about it, you can do it today. You can meet me today. I'm in Nairobi. You can meet me today. Or you can meet me tomorrow morning. I know tomorrow is a holiday. But if you're looking for money, what are you holidaying for? Eh? If you're looking for money, you see I was about to close, but let me say this. You see, the thing I don't understand is, how do you take a vacation when you don't have money? Why would you take a vacation when you don't have money? You take a vacation after working, after making yourself proud. If you're not proud of where you are, why the hell are you taking a vacation? But that's neither here nor there. So tomorrow morning, between 8 and 12, you can meet me. Because I know tomorrow is a holiday. I am aware. But if you're looking to make money, it's not the time to sleep. It's the time to wake up and make moves while other people are sleeping. While other people are running to go to Naivasha, you are running to make money. People are running to spend money, you are running to make money. Let's be together there. Then on Saturday, I'll also be available, full day. And then on Monday. On Sunday, I want to rest, but on Monday, I'm still available to do presentations. I know it's a holiday. But I want, by the time we are getting to the 8th of April, you will have a business that is standing. You will already know the system that I use to make money. You will be able to stand and say, okay, now I'm doing it. And then we start competing on the 9th. So you have today, get in touch with me. The number is here, 0112-766-596. Or go to my bio or go to my DM, whichever you can. Share with me your contact in the DM. Let me know you want to start a business. How do you start a business? We'll do an appointment with me. I sit down with you for an hour to show you how to do this business. And then you must have capital to start. So if you don't have the capital to start, please do not waste each of our time. Early enough, let me tell you, if you don't have the money with you, don't waste our time. Because the first thing you will do when you meet me is that I will pick a registration form for you to start. You have to trust that I will not take you astray, first of all. I will not take you astray. I will show you how I am making money, and you can make money the same way. Just that simple. If you feel that you cannot start a business without trusting the person who's showing you the business, please don't even bother taking my number. Don't even bother talking to me. Please, just stay where you are. Just do whatever you have been doing. Because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is this. If you are not ready to make money, however it is, then we are not going to talk anywhere there. We're not going to talk. So if you get in touch with me, if you talk to me, please just make sure you have the capital to start. And the good thing about this business, anybody can be able to do it. Lija, I'll place this video on YouTube so you can be able to go and watch it there. I'm just about to close the live. I was just giving people the final instructions. But the long and short is this. I have a business I'm showing people how to do. The number to get in touch with me is this one. If you're in Kenya, it's just this. If you're not in Kenya, then you add a +254. So it is 0112-766-596. You need at least 10,000 shillings. I'll say $100, but you need at least 10,000 shillings to be able to start the business, and I'll show you what to do. Okay? Nyako is asking, I'm planning to open a cereals business. What can you advise? I advise, if you want, you can come consult with me. My consultation is $100. Imagine, because you're doing a different business from the one that I am doing. But if you're coming to join the business that I'm doing, my training is free. That never happens. Even the people who I teach about Bitcoin, I charge them. Anyone who's starting a different business from the one that I am recommending, I charge. Okay? But that's my time for today. Anyone who's been around, if you haven't followed, please follow. If you haven't yet liked or sent me a message, please do. You can DM me with your number, or you can get in touch with me on WhatsApp on the number that is showing on your screen, which is 0112-766-596. Thank you very much for having me, and I shall see you tomorrow. Yeah, we can meet tomorrow. See you guys. Have an awesome afternoon. Oh, and the video will be up on YouTube if you've just come in late.